Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the So Wellness channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nike Zoom Double Stack. So the Nike Zoom Double Stacked is literally the name, which is interesting. Yes, this is a women's shoe, I believe, or maybe the first two colorways of the shoe is just women's sizing. I wonder if they're gonna do like a men's sizing colorway or run of this shoe. But obviously I have very small feet, so I can get women's sizes. And I was very intrigued by this cushioning system. And guess how much this shoe is, guys? It's $230 freaking. I don't know why it's that expensive, but Nike just decided to price it that way. And it also reminds me a lot of the, I guess a little bit of the Shox, like the Shox Gravity, but also really looks like the Nike Road Warrior, which is going for 500 bucks. So like the Road Warrior has that like suspended heel, which is really cool, and I really want to try it, but it's 500 bucks, so I don't know if I can. But this shoe has, like, look at that. That zoom is insane. That's awesome, right? So let's get it started off with the outsole, and this outsole is completely translucent and the rubber is super hard. I guess they're using like a very large herringbone pattern. There's literally just one fold here in the middle of the outsole. The rubber seems very durable. It's super thick and the rubber is super hard, so I don't think durability is going to be an issue in this shoe. And moving on to the heel to toe transition, I mean, like, it's super smooth. Nike does a really good job in their running shoes, or their like running inspired shoes. So you have a very nice curve. Like, look at that. Like, you can literally go like this and you can just, it has that nice rocking motion in the heel as well as in the forefoot. Look at that. So super smooth. It has that rocking motion. It has absolutely no like flex in the forefoot. It's more just in the midfoot. Look at that. Look at that. So that does worry me a little bit for, I guess, like torsional support. Like, look at that. But you do have these plastic plates, and I guess we'll just segue into cushioning. And cushioning is, I don't know, guys. Okay, so as far as step and comfort and like as far as like feeling the cushioning underneath your foot, you don't feel any of that, right? So all of this is basically plastic. All of this. Can you guys hear that? That's plastic right here. You can feel like there is a little bit of foam. They don't really specify what type of foam it is. It kind of feels like React though, because it's really soft. But then look at how thin it is. Like, and it's only exposed here in the forefoot, and then it's definitely caged here in the heel. I guess the insole is pretty nice though, so that kind of helps with step and comfort. But you really don't feel any type of like cushioning underneath your foot, like right underneath your foot. Obviously, you guys are wondering about the zoom units. So the zoom units, it's double stacked here in the heel, and then you have two zoom units here in the forefoot, very large volume zoom units. And it kind of reminds you of like the LeBrons. I guess the LeBron 12, 13, 14, where they had the zoom units here in the forefoot. And you can see the zoom units in the forefoot, like if you look at the bottom of the shoe. So the zoom units are bouncy, you know, like when you're running, when you're walking, you can feel the compression a little bit. It's basically like a springboard, like I always say. It's pretty stiff. Like, so here's your foot. It's a springboard. It's a very stiff like wood board or whatever. And then you have those zoom units, which is bouncy. So it's kind of like you're on a trampoline, but like it's very stiff underneath your foot. And it felt a little unstable for me here in the heel. Like when you wear this, you're literally like 4 or 5 inches taller. So if you want to be taller, then this is a great shoe to get. If you look at the video, there's so much compression, and you can see the zoom unit, which is really cool. So you definitely feel like that propulsion, like you feel that springiness in your step, which is awesome. But like I said, it feels stiff underneath your foot, and it feels a little bit unstable for me. Also, as you guys can see, the foam, there's a little bit of foam here in the midfoot area, and of course it's plastic here as well, separating these heel units. It's a pretty good cushioning setup. Not my favorite. I more like to feel the cushioning right underneath my foot. But if you don't, you still want to feel bouncy, then this is a really good cushioning setup. Alright, moving on to the materials. I don't know if you guys can see this, or you guys can see it from the shop, but it's basically see-through. And the ventilation is insane. In the toe box area, you have a little bit of fuse, so you get a little bit of durability. But yeah, this material is the thinnest material that I've ever seen in my life. You have the swoosh here, but then it's incomplete. You have like the top of the swoosh here. And then here in the back, you have a fairly nice leather material. And then the tongue is the same material as, I guess, that's found in the toe area. Super thin. There's absolutely no padding. There's a little bit of fuse surrounding the perimeter of the tongue because I guess obviously for durability. There's no heel counter or anything. It's more just a casual shoe. And I really like the materials, you know, it's super thin. I don't know how durable it'll be, but I like how airy it is, especially right now since it's super hot. And as far as the fit goes, the fit is super snug. It's super snug here in the toe box area, very, very narrow. I went true to size, or I guess like, this is a women's size. So I went a full size and a half up. So if you're a dude and you want to get this shoe, just go a size and a half up, and you can go true to size. But it is super snug, so if you don't want a snug fit, you should probably go up 2 sizes from the women's size, right? And getting this shoe on is kind of a pain as well. I mean, this tongue is very, very flimsy. You know, like in the Epic Reacts or the Ultra Boost, I just like slipping my like casual shoes on, which is a minor thing, but it's pretty important to me for some reason. I just like to slide it on. So this, you kind of can't slide the shoe on. You like have to loosen the laces, put your foot in, and then tighten up the laces again. Alright, as far as the weight goes, this shoe is pretty damn heavy. It's obviously because of the cushioning system. I don't know, I haven't weighed it. I'm guessing like maybe 14-15 ounces. Oh no, it's 12.84. I don't know why it feels so damn heavy. But yeah, it's super bottom heavy. Obviously, the material is very, very thin, very minimal. You're gonna feel all that weight underneath your foot. I mean, 12.84 ounces is very, very heavy for like a running shoe though, or like I guess like a running inspired shoe. Like, it also feels kind of like stiff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really get no flex in the midsole. You know, besides I guess in the midfoot, but your foot doesn't flex here. You know what I'm saying? Your foot flexes here. Alright, as far as the ventilation goes, like I said, it's incredible. You're really not gonna get any better than this. And then aesthetically, I don't know. It's out there. I really like the Volt fibers here in the Zoom unit. And I guess I like the colorway and I guess the translucent outsole. The overall silhouette though is a little weird to me, but I feel like it can grow on me. But anyways, wrapping things up, yeah, 230 bucks, don't get it because that's insane. And it's not sold out at all. There's this colorway and there's a Volt colorway, and I believe I saw every single size available. And yeah, don't get it for 230 bucks. It's definitely not worth it. Is the shoe comfortable? Not really. Personally for me, like I said, I like to have a very, very soft cushioning like underneath my foot. Like, I like to have a very, very nice step in comfort. And I mean, the material is pretty comfortable, but it's not as comfortable as like the Epic Reacts or like the Prestos, or I guess Ultra Boost, where it's like a really nice stretchy knit where the material stretches over your foot. This really doesn't have any stretch to it. The only thing about the shoe for me that I like is the cushioning setup as far as like how it looks. Like, it looks very, very cool. It looks futuristic and all that. And of course it is bouncy and it does like propel you forward, but it's definitely not one of my favorite shoes. It's kind of like hard for me to recommend. But anyways, that concludes my review of the Nike Zoom double stacked. If you guys do want to cop, if you're crazy and you want to spend 230 bucks on this shoe, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.